And 72% of the time the market goes up. And the answer came to me. And that's when I developed my chart. The answer came to me is because, just like Caterpillar, when they pull their money out, you get out. Whoa.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Network.
Oh, my God. Are you nuts?
With your host, Phil Grande.
Bye. Okay, gang, welcome to my podcast. Okay, so what's really going on in this market right now? Well, here's the problem with the market. And I know no one wants to believe this, but a trap has been set. Now, I've seen this before. I've been doing this for, 50 years, and it's the same thing over and over and over. And there's nothing new here. So let's start with what's really going on. I said about a week ago that you can see what's going on in the market. The market's going to be setting a trap. You can see today, for example, what's interesting today is that today is a Dow day, not a tech day. Dow day because oil collapsed. A Dow day is because once oil collapsed, then because we have no institutions buying anymore, they're sitting on the sideline, computers kick in, and they start buying treasuries, and yields drop. Now, we know yields dropping is a good thing because it pushes up, especially our tech stocks. But the problem is we have the computers kicking in. We don't have the institutions. We don't have the volume. The volume is terrible. We should be trading 7 to 9 billion shares when we start getting these days of 1,000 points, which we're not getting. We're getting 1,000 points, but we're not getting the volume we need. In fact, it was interesting. Yesterday, I think it was, when we had this big rally, it only went up 600-700 points, couldn't even get to 1,000. But let's get back to today, what's going on. This is typical of a rotation, and this is typical of how a trap starts. So oil collapsed more than 5%. Yields started to go down. We saw them collapsing. And the machines, the computers that kick in because the institutions aren't there, they started to rotate, into the big, safe Dow names. Now, we saw that today. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, American Express, Visa, CAT, 3M, all rallying on this false illusion that was created by the White House and Wall Street and the jibber-jabbers. This false illusion of peace, that the war is over, that we have an agreement. We don't have an agreement. There's no agreement. Nothing is more than I said. It's a memorandum. It's worthless. It's non-binding. It's not legally binding. Iran is going to spit on it. They're not going to abide by it. The problem is the people who are signing this memorandum have nothing to do with the Guard. The Guard, remember, sees over, the politicians in Iran, the civil part of Iran. They can sit there and make laws. They can sit there and do whatever they want. But at the end of the day, they have to get the Guard's approval. No doubt about it. It's just like the SS under Hitler. And when the Ayatollah died this year, or was killed, his son took over, nothing's changed. So these deals that are being made is a bunch of BS. They can make all the deals, talk about it, even sign them. They're worthless because the Guard will never approve any of them. So what's happening is the White House, Wall Street, TV jibber-jabbers are creating this illusion of an Iranian peace agreement, which never exists, doesn't exist. What does exist is this worthless, non-legal binding memorandum that Trump is not going to sign. He's already said that. He's going to have Vance sign it. Of course. He's not going to be a dope. Let Vance, you throw him under the bus. Now, so today, as I try to keep on my track here, what I'm trying to get across is, so today, everybody started to jump in and buy the safe Dow names. The banks, American Express, Visa, the industrials, Caterpillar, 3M, and so forth. Now, but the other reason they're jumping in there is they really believe that there's a peace agreement. There isn't. It's an illusion. So everyone's jumping into them, rotating for safety. These aren't leadership stocks. So the people who are jumping in these stocks have no idea they're going to get caught in a reversal trap. Now, I don't mean it's going to be today or tomorrow or next week or next month. I don't know when it's going to be. I will tell you when it's confirmed, because every day I watch what gives me my information as to when a crash is going to happen, which is, of course, IWM, small mid-cap stocks, and the yields. It always tells you, never wrong, when you're going to have a correction or a crash. So I'm going to be watching that. So everybody's jumping in these stocks. And they're going to get caught in a big reversal trap. And this reversal is going to be very violent. This is not going to be a nice reversal. I've seen these before. So what's going on today? All these stocks are going up on this false signal. The false signal of oil collapsing. That's one of the biggest false signals we have. And the yields are going down. But there's no institutional volume. There's no real buying. That's what people don't understand. It's only the computers that are in there buying. And this whole move, like today, these Dow stocks holding the market up, is one big, it's all built on the illusion of peace. Now, it's not if tensions are going to flare, it's going to be when tensions are going to flare. And everybody who's now in these stocks are going to get killed, just get killed. So you got to be very careful. All the folks who are jumping now out of your tech stocks and going back into your Dow stocks, you got to be very, very careful what's going on. So again, and this is where you really got to learn how to short stocks. You really got to learn how to short stocks and what makes the market do what it's supposed to do, especially when you got 70% of the stock market warning signals flashing. 70% of the stock market warning signals are now flashing. What's that tell you? The other thing is you've got to understand how the market works. The reason 85% of people don't make money in the market because they don't know how it works. They depend on Kramer putting on the TV shows like Kramer and the other fellow there, I can't think of his name, I always forget, Payne and all these other people, they're a joke. So we need volume right now. Until we get volume of at least 7 to 9 billion, we can't go anywhere on 5 billion. That's the average volume we're getting a day. You've got to get 7 to 9 billion. Now, again, if you take the Dow 30 stocks that people are rotating to, remember, 6 of those stocks are economy stocks. And 6 of those stocks are the stocks that you will find in the S&P sector, okay, like XLK, which is tech. So there's, in the Dow, you got to watch the 6 economy stocks. You got to watch the industrial stocks, XLI, IYT, transports. You got to watch the banks, XLF. You got to watch energy, XLE, materials, XLB, and transportation. I mean, you got to watch these because those are the stocks that all of a sudden everybody's going to dump first. So you got to be ready to short those. And then you switch and start buying stocks that are in the sector of XLK. Instead of QQQ, go to XLK. Those are the stocks that are going to go right back up. So people are now jumping into the Dow 30 stocks, thinking they're safe. When they're not, they're going to get killed. And you need to be watching, if anything, you've got to be watching, again, the stocks under XLK. Now, I know it's like watching paint dry talking about this stuff, but more people are going to get killed in the market than ever before. So remember, anything XLK is your tech in the S&P. It's the heart and the soul. Okay, it's what drives it. The S&P XLK. So it's all tech stocks. And those are the ones you got to be watching every day right now. Okay, let's see if I can get you if I quickly pull this up here for you. Okay, let me just get this here. I probably can catch this for you. Because this is where people are making a mistake. They don't even know what stocks to get into. All right, so again, remember your S&P 500, they like low yields, they're non-cyclical, and they're driven by tech, XLK. Okay, that's the important thing right there to understand. And let me see if I can find these for you, because it's very important you understand which stocks those are, because those are the ones that are going to save your butt. You got to watch those every day and make sure you're getting in those. Yeah, I had them listed here. I changed them last night. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can find them here. And this is the problem. People don't know what to do. They just think, oh, I'm going to listen to CNBC. They'll tell me what to do. I'm going to listen to Kramer. They'll tell me what to do. I thought I had them listed here for you. I took them out last night. Well, anyways, what you want to be watching are, again, the AMAT, LRCX, ASML, and CLAC. Those are your machine stocks. Those are the ones you really got to be watching. And now, as far as jumping into anything else, I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to buy? You're going to jump and buy leisure stocks? Because let me tell you something. These yields that are down, did you see how our leisure stocks took off? We bought 3 leisure stocks the other day. We bought our Boeing stocks, cruise lines the other day. They all took off big time. And but now you got to take your profits in them. That's the thing. This whole move that we just had, and here it is right here, our RCL, that took off big, okay? We got in that stock, I think it was around, I don't know, 272. Now it's around 315. We got into NCLH, it's another cruise line. I think we got into that around, I don't know, $17, $18. It's now $20.48. We got into ALK. I think we got into that somewhere around $42, now around $49. But these are all going to rotate back. They're going to all unravel. So all these stocks that are doing well today that you're in and you're happy with and you feel good about, they're all going to rotate and go the other way. So, and the big mistake is when you're in a situation like this, where the market's getting crazy like this is where you have to have discipline. This is where you have to say, you know what? I'm going to follow the 6 best stocks, and I'm going to learn how to short. And when you're in markets like this, where the institutions have pulled out, remember, institutions where we get our money from. The institutions have $18 trillion in this market. That's where the institutions come in. And when the institutions pull out, you lose your volume. I mean, it's over. So the institutions are not participating. They put most of their money already in the 4 biggest stocks. And those are your big four machine makers, the chip machine makers. They dumped a lot of their money into the chip machine makers. That's where they're parking it. So they're not out there buying stocks. They're not selling stocks. So the problem is we're not getting the benefit of institutions. So people now are listening to the White House, listening to Wall Street, and say, oh, we got this big peace agreement. There's no peace agreement. So you got to be in the stocks that peace agreement is going to blow up, probably even blow up this weekend, okay? And you got to get ready to get out of the stocks you are now in. If you got into the Dow 30 stocks and you got into, you're going to get hurt because the yields are going to turn around, right? And they're going to shoot right back up. Everybody who bought that because the yields were going down and oil was going down, get ready for oil. Oil's going to go back up again. It's going to go back up to 98 to $100 again. This whole thing is insane. But there's a reason why 70% of the stock market has warning signals. So I appreciate you listening. I'm just trying to help you. I'm not trying to scare you. But don't follow the crowd. Follow the institutional money, and you'll always be safe. So thank you for listening. I'll see you again, same place, same time tomorrow. Join my gang, free for 10 days.